In this interesting episode, good people, we are talking about the following sad story. Well, yesterday we slept by the same news of Ahly confirming that they have parted ways with Pitso Mosimane. Now, Pitso Mosimane has something to say about everything, so I'm gonna get into that shortly. But guys, there are some things that does not make sense. Certain people are just impatient. I've never seen the definition of impatientness like Ahly. They have huge success, but I don't think in the future these people will be successful. Judging from the way they conduct their businesses, I doubt. But nevertheless, don't worry. Are you interested to know more about this situation and what Pitso Mosimane say? Stick around. To those that will stick around, guys, if you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, guys, it is free of charge. Now, hey, yeah. Like I said, I've never seen the definition of impatientness like these people. And there's a reason why I'm going to say that. Let me read what LOI has got to say about the situation. They said that after Pitso Mosimane's failure to win his third successive CAF Champions League crown since joining the club in October 2020, there has been a string of high level of meetings between him and the club in the last few weeks. Mosimane was unable to physically avail himself for the first meeting last Tuesday after being in Morocco for his CAF Pro coaching license course, Albert joining virtually. But with no common ground met, his wife and agent Moria flew out of Egypt later last week to represent Mosimane and her three other agents, Fitness Aspect and Kabelo Rojaha, analyzed Mosimane Matlaba and Kale Solomon. Okay, some of these people, guys, I don't know their name very well. I don't know how to pronounce their names properly. In their first meeting on Saturday, there was still no immediate solution between the two parties before Mosimane apparently asked to leave the club in showdown on Monday, according to the club's official statement. Mosimane, who had spent 20 months at the African Club of the Century, leaves the club together with his South African assembled technical team, including Rojaha, Matlaba and Solomon. Albert winning 3 continental crowns, 2 bronze medals at the FIFA Club World Cup, 2 CAF Super Cups and the Egyptian Super Cup. Not everything has been rosy for Mosimane up north. Okay. Some members of the board, the media and the club legends directed heavy criticism towards Mosimane, who did his best to keep his head above the water. In a statement that was posted on an official account of his agency, M Sport Marketing and Management, Mosimane bid farewell to the board, players and Red Nation. He says the following in his statement. I would like to thank Captain Bibo immense for placing his trust and belief in me and my South African technical team. Okay? His patience, cooperation, leadership, humility made my job easier and allowed me to ensure that his desires are fulfilled. Being the coach of the biggest club on the continent has been a dream of mine, and that has come true, and I will be forever grateful. To the board, the management, the players, thank you for trusting my instinct and bringing my wishes to life. Without you, none of this would have been possible, Mosimane said. To the Red Nation, the 70 million Ahly fans that have stood by me throughout this journey, you have truly inspired me. That's what he said. You have truly inspired me, right? I've never felt so loved, valued, so far away from home. Your passion for football is something I will take with me wherever I go and use it for my inspiration. Okay, I'm truly humbled. Hope we cross paths again and reunite. He wrote in the Arabic language. The Egyptian language, not Arabic language. Good people. This club is one club that Pitso Mosimane did a lot in a short space of time. Remember, he joined them in 2020, has won two Champions League. So imagine joining them in 2020 October, and you have already won 2 successive Champions Leagues. You just couldn't win the third one, and because you couldn't win the third one, then they have a problem with that. What's the definition of insanity and impatientness? Because even the best coaches in the world, take for instance the likes of Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. At some point, he didn't win things. Especially, I think it was last year, where Liverpool didn't win. If they won, they just won one thing. Mind you, previously, they just won the league with huge margins of point. The next following season, they struggled. Manchester City won convincingly. I think that is the season where if they won, they just won one thing. I'm not sure what they won. And then Manchester City dominated. The following season, Liverpool played very well, won some cups. They just couldn't win the league, and they lost the league in the last days. Then they went to the CAF Champions League. They went into the UEFA Champions League and lost in the finals. If you look at the performance of the team and what they are doing, you can't fire Jurgen Klopp, because you can see that there's stability in the team, there's identity, there's philosophy, there's culture, there's harmony. If they don't win, it's not because there is some problem there and there. But if you're looking at the team and how they play, you can tell that they were just unlucky. Look at the game they played in the last day. Beautiful football. Everything. They put everything. Look at in the Champions League. They played better than the people who actually won the Champions League. You can't therefore decide on the basis of the fact that he did not win those things and then you fire him and you bring another coach. If you want real success, you don't do that. You look at those things, and then all those things combined, you say, this is a good coach. He was unlucky, but this is a good coach. They must come back in South Africa. They must learn from the likes of Kaizer Montabo. It doesn't fire you. If it gives you 3 years contract, it is because of security threat that he fired Stuart Baxter. It is because of fans that he fired Steve Komphela. Otherwise, remember at that time, Steve Komphela was very close to the end of his contract, but he was not even willing to fire him. He would have let him finish his contract and then probably will get another coach. It's not it is not in his DNA to just chop and change. Yes, you might argue that ever since they haven't won, they haven't been winning things. They've been chopping and changing. But I can tell you that if you were to follow from the years back, you tell that this is not Kaizer Motaung's ways of doing things. And I can tell you that chances of Atazwane lasting longer are very high, especially if he brings the identity of the team, bring the right players, play the right football. Chances of him being fired are very slim. So I'm saying he could learn from such people. The next chairman that has a similar way of doing things is Orlando Pirates. Yes, they do fire coaches, but they don't just easily fire you. No. Now, the worst coach in the PSL League, Chippa United, they run their football team more or less like Ahly. You fail now, you fired now. They don't look at what have you done behind the sins and all the stuff, and why have you lost? They just decide, I'm happy with the loss, so they fight for that. And that if you are looking for success in any way, shape or form, relationships, business, whatever, you do not divorce your partner just because they've made this mistake. You look in the past and you follow up. Guys, if you can go back in history, I'm going to tell you this. Our mothers and our fathers, they stayed with, our fathers would stay with our mothers even when they cheated. You know that men, when you cheat, we don't negotiate, we leave. But go into history, guys, even now, search around, you will see certain fathers, they stay with their partners because they didn't decide. They look at things and say, she has been good here and here and here and here and here. How do we remedy the situation around this one? We don't just look at this cheating once and then jump into a conclusion. We don't do that. We don't do that. But it has happened in Ahly. And some homes, you find that a couple went to a point of living 6 years up. You live in your room, I live in my room. After 6 years, they find a solution, they go back together. They continue with their marriage. Some 2 years. But the point is, we don't just decide on the basis of our emotions to do away with certain things. That's not the way to go out to solve problems. We don't solve problems that way in this world. So I'm not disappointed as a South African. I'm disappointed in principle to say what I have seen. For me, it doesn't correlate with longevity, long success. Even when Pitso Mosimane joined them, the coach that was fired before then, if you look at the reasons why he was fired, they are not satisfying. But nevertheless, there's something we can learn from these people. I don't know about your opinion, good people. The only way for me to know is for you to get into the comment section below. So let the conversation begin, guys, right now, right here.